Hi, hello, today we are doing another Reddit story video. Now this video is it's basically random posts I've seen that I've put aside because I want to react to them on camera. We'll just say wacky Reddit stories, okay? I don't know who wrote this one, but it's called the cocksucker drug. I can't remember what drug it was, but in college I was at a party and I took this drug and I literally could not keep a dick out of my mouth. I remember lying on the floor unable to move, but as soon as a dick was pressed against my mouth, my only motivation became to suck it deeper in my mouth. There is a video of me crawling on all fours, desperately following a guy's dick, trying to get it inside my mouth. I don't know what the drug is. I don't know what drug it is, but apparently there is a cocksucker drug out there that will turn any straight man into a cocksucking whore, and this knowledge scares the ever-loving shit out of me. I don't want to be a cocksucker, but when I was on this drug, I didn't want to be anything other than a cocksucker. I hate that I live with the knowledge of what it feels like to have a cock inside your mouth. I don't think you're straight, bud. I bet this is a joke. This is definitely a joke, but if it's not, for some reason, you're not straight. A drug doesn't make you want to suck cock, okay? That's just, you either do or you don't. There was a story on Smosh's Reddit stories. I know I talk about them a lot, but there was one on Smosh's Reddit stories where the guy said the high altitude made him gay. Why are people saying shit is making them gay? You're just confused about your sexuality. And it reminds me, okay, so when I was in my abusive relationship, I don't talk about it much, but I was in an abusive relationship, and the guy cheated on me, right? And his excuse for cheating was, quote unquote, I wanted to figure out if I'm gay, so I was messaging girls. And at the time, I was a girl, and he was a guy, so he was saying he was messaging girls, aka like a straight, cheating, to make sure he wasn't gay. And I fell for that shit. I will never again let a man say something so fucking stupid. Anyways, am I the asshole for snapping at my mom for telling people I'm gay? My 20 male sister, 14, was reading a book yesterday when she asked me, what does a Greek god look like? I asked her why she's asking me that, and she showed me a passage saying a guy has the features of a Greek god. So I told her, muscular and handsome. I noticed my mom giving me a weird look, and I asked her if something's wrong. She said nothing. Later asked me if I like my best friend 20 male because he's tall and muscular. I was taken aback. As it turns out, she had always assumed he and I are gay, which is not the case. I quickly told her we're not gay, but she didn't believe me, saying the way we behave around each other leaves no other possible interpretation. So I told her she should stop trying to interpret and see things that are not there. She said okay before telling me she told her friends that I am gay, but I haven't come out to her yet, and that she was worried about me keeping it bottled up inside. I snapped at her for it. I have nothing against gays, but I don't want them to think I'm one when I'm not, since it'll lead to awkwardness. Not to mention, one of them has a daughter I have a crush on and might ask out. She said she only told them because she was worried about me and wanted some advice on what to do. I don't think they're the asshole. I don't particularly like how they were like, one of the gays, but whatever. I mean, whatever. I think the mom is trying her best, and at least she's like a supportive mom if this guy was gay, but I guess he's not. This goes into that theme of like allies gone bad, like when allies take it too far. It's like that girl with the fucking rat dress. This kind of goes into this theme I see sometimes on Reddit stories where it's like allyship gone too far, where someone's trying to be an ally, but in a sense they're like overstepping, or they do it in a way that almost comes off discriminatory. Basically, no, OP is not the asshole, obviously. Not the biggest fan of how he's wording things. This one's longer, I didn't want a long one. Am I the asshole for not telling my girlfriend that my parents are gay? I am 25 male. I am 25 male, I have two parents. My birth dad, John, who's 48 male, my other dad, Dwayne, who's 45 male. I call my birth dad, John, Dad, and I call my other dad, Dwayne, Pops. My birth dad, John, was married to my mom for a few years, then she left my dad, and yeah, they ended up divorcing, and now she's somewhere in California, IDK where or what she's doing. Haven't talked to her in ages. So Dad and Pops, I'm super close with. They're the best parents any child could ask for. I love both of them, and they've always been with me. My dad introduced me to Pops when I was a little boy, and they had told me they were in a relationship, and I was all for it because I had saw my dad become lonely and sad when he was single. So seeing the fact that my dad loves someone and has a life partner made me super happy. Pops and Dad got married, and we've been living an amazing life. I'm probably more close to Pops than my own dad, haha, due to the fact that Pops is really cool and he's laid back. I love both of them equally, and they love me as well, and I'm blessed to have them as parents. For a few months, I've been dating this girl, Bella, who's my age. I thought she's pretty cute, and I liked her, so we kicked it, and recently she told me my parents want to meet your parents and want to come over for dinner. I said, sure, I'll tell my family. So yesterday, Friday night, Belle comes in, Pops greets her and says, come in, sweetheart, dinner is ready. And she says, you must be Blank's dad, good to meet you. She shakes his hand and then sees Dad come out of the kitchen. He's holding a mac and cheese tray with the mittens and he's holding a she sees Dad come out of the kitchen. He's holding the mac and cheese tray with the mittens and is putting it on the table. Then Bella says, who is he? I said, oh, that's my dad. She said, I thought he's your dad. She's referring to Pops. I said, yeah, that's my Pops, and that's my dad. She pulls me to the side and says, she pulls me to the side and says, I didn't know your parents were gay. Oh my God, why didn't you tell me? I genuinely didn't know why that'd be an issue or so, because you're dating me, not my parents and all. So it shouldn't matter, but I guess it's a concern for her. Her parents come at the door after they parked the car, and Bella told her parents, let's leave, and they left. I told my parents I'm sorry, and they said, son, don't worry, this is nothing new, haha. Then we all sat down and enjoyed dinner and went to sleep. So am I the asshole for not telling? The first comment, not the asshole, did she ever tell you her parents are straight? I think, obviously not the asshole. Obviously not the asshole. Like, you were dating a girl, not the girl is dating him, not the parents, not like the family. I mean, eventually you have to find out about someone's family. It's crazy how she's treating this like some big thing when I've seen so many worse in-laws, heard about so many worse in-laws, just on Reddit alone. I mean, Reddit is a huge place, but I've heard about so many awful in-laws, especially in Reddit posts. There are crazy in-laws. Like, there was one post I saw on Two Hot Takes where this stepmom gave the stepdaughter abortion pills when the girl was pregnant, and like inferred that she should, you know, take the pills. If she has a problem with this, dump the girl, you deserve better. Am I the asshole for telling my son that he is obviously gay? My son, 17 male, has apparently been in the closet for the past 7 months. So my son is a fairly masculine, straight acting, if that makes sense. However, he's obviously had a boyfriend, 18 male, for the past 7 months. He sometimes baby talks the boy, hugs him all the time. He's called him handsome. They share clothes. They sit too close to each other to the point where they're basically cuddling. He closes his bedroom door when with him, but not any other friends. Sees him like every day, buys him gifts, and for the past 7 months, he now always smells great, has his hair fixed really nice, and dresses nicer, among other things. Today, I asked my son if he was gonna invite his boyfriend on our trip, and he got awkward and said, that's not funny, haha. I asked what he meant, and he said, I'm straight, that's not funny. I laughed, and when I realized he was serious, I started laughing even harder. I told him he was very obviously in a relationship with a guy and did a terrible job at hiding it. He got emotional and started asking me not to tell his dad. My husband already knows, like I said, it was obvious. Then he got upset, saying I outed him when he wasn't ready. He hasn't said a word to me in a couple days. Am I the asshole? Yes. I think I've read this story before, but yes, it's great that this mom is supportive. We love supportive parents here. This is another where allyship goes too far. She's trying to be an ally so hard that she oversteps to the point of being like, oh, you're obviously gay, instead of letting him take his time and come out when he feels ready to. And like, it's not like it wasn't good. What she did was not good, but I do appreciate a supportive parent. I have to give her that being like a supportive parent, being someone who is so like, oh, bring your boyfriend to dinner, like taking the initiative and not like shying away from it or being confused by it. I don't know. I mean, she is the asshole. She's just a bit overzealous. Alright, I think that's gonna be it for today. This is gonna be a short video if I even post it. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.